Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. Recording a little bit early this week, so if anything comes out like later this week, sorry. Our bad. All right, so checked out. Yeah, Micah's fault. Checked out this week. We don't really have. Actually, Terrence, you watched Vampire Diaries?
No.
Or no, what did you watch? Interview with the Vampire. I'm sorry, not Vampire Diaries. That sounded crazy coming out of my mouth.
Isn't that some shit on the CW? Or something?
I think it is.
Like, no, I did not watch that.
I love how you didn't even correct. You were like, no.
Well, the studies that I've seen, no.
No, I watched the interview with the Vampire. It's a show on AMC Plus. And the entire season's over. It was only 7 episodes. I heard everyone talk about how good it is, and they were correct. It's very good. What's the dude from Game of Thrones is playing the main character, Little Worm, the black.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's playing Louis
Grey
Grey Worm. He's playing Louis the something French. As the main character, and some white dude is playing Lestat, the vampire. It's good. Like, they are acting their asses off. The plot is wild. I ran through the entire series Sunday evening.
Wow,
from like 2 to 8, 45-minute episodes apiece. I highly recommend it. It's good.
Okay,
it's very good.
Had you seen the original movie?
No.
Okay. Which, I mean, is held up as like.
Everyone says that it's a very good movie, and the Anne Rice novels. And I don't know shit about the Anne Rice universe or whatever. When the show starts, it has this little logo that says Immortal Universe. I don't know if that's the production company or if they're starting their own universe with these characters.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, okay.
Please don't.
Forgot to look it up.
Okay, so there you go. Vampire Diaries, Terrence's review.
You all have watched a couple of stand-up specials, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I watched Ian Lara's stand-up special on, what's it called? Romantic Comedy on HBO Max. It's fine. It's fine. I wasn't blown away by it. Like his sort of delivery is a little, it's a little, it lacks sort of like a quickness to it that I prefer in stand-up comedy. But I like this guy. Like, it feels like in a couple of years, like he'll really kind of, like, he's still honing his craft. I don't think he's quite there yet, but I don't think he's a bad comic. Like, his ideas and stuff like that were pretty decent, but overall it was okay.
Yeah, I watched it too. I watched the whole thing. Yeah, it wasn't, I got a couple chuckles out of it, a couple laughs. Especially the one with the conversations about men, the conversations that men have. Yeah, I did find those jokes a little funny. But you're right; it did seem like he was kind of working on his material, and his delivery was. It's a delivery from. He's 31, so I've seen that delivery from a lot of young comics. It's very similar to a lot of comics that I've seen coming up. But he wasn't terrible.
No,
it was fine.
Yeah, I had seen a couple clips from him, like on Instagram and stuff like that, which is what made me interested. Because a couple of things I saw, I was like, all right, like, that's not bad. So yeah, it was pretty good. I was high as fuck when I watched it, so it got a lot more laughs out of me than I think it deserved. But I thought it was okay. That was okay.
Yeah, you really were. And I also watched Chris.
Well, my text with the two of you was fucking insane.
You know what? Fuck it. Let me go find that because
I was pulling it up.
I swear to God,
wow,
I was like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Like, it was just a word salad.
It was a total stream of consciousness.
Here it is. I found it. It says, I just chuckled because I'm standing in my kitchen high because I took too much tincture. I'm laughing at the fact that because I'm high, I'm having the feeling that while standing, I reverse hyperextended my knees, so I'm keep slightly kneeling to stop the feeling, even though simultaneously I'm standing fine because drugs.
Yeah,
Nigga, what?
And then I was like, did Rashawn hack Jay's account? The fuck? Ain't no punctuation.
No, that's not true. That's not true. There's a period in there. Knock it off.
It is one. I was like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, I'm very high.
I read it like 3 times, and I'm like, I can't make heads or tails of this. Okay. And then you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I was standing in my kitchen, and I had this bodily feeling because, not smoking weed is like a head high, where doing any of the other sort of variations is like more of a body high, right? And Micah, it's like if you poured a milkshake on your head versus you just consumed it normally. Very different.
So if it's like if you drink a milkshake and you get a brain freeze versus if you take a bath in a milkshake.
Yeah, let's. You stick your hand in a tub of ice cream is the only way you can relate to this. So yeah, I felt like when I was standing, it felt like I was hyperextending my knees backwards, and it felt really fucking awkward. So I kept bending my knees to take the pressure off,
straighten them out.
Right, but it was like obviously I'm going the other way, and I'm laughing because I simultaneously know that I'm like, that's not what's happening, you fucking idiot, but I still have that feeling, and so that I'm typing the stream of consciousness to you guys, which was just pretty funny.
Drugs seem really, really cool, guys.
They are
really awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're having a fucking Cronenberg-esque body horror experience.
Standing in your kitchen, fucking texting at the same time.
Dude, I'm literally standing in my kitchen waiting for my wife to come downstairs, and I am fucking laughing my ass off as I'm typing that. It's so funny. Again, why was it ever illegal? It's so stupid. I was gonna say black jazz musicians and white girls were smoking weed, and white guys were like, whoa, we need to put an end to this. That's basically it. History of drugs. Let's talk about black.
I actually also watched Chris Red. Chris Red from SNL. The one that I never really thought was funny.
Thank you. I don't really find him.
I think he's okay.
Really find him funny.
He's okay.
Yeah, he was not funny on SNL. This special, I got a couple laughs. It started out really rough. I'm like, yo, this nigga's corny. But he kind of got to a groove, maybe like 10, 15 minutes into the special. But he has a delivery kind of like Kevin Hart. Very animated, very loud. Almost kind of like the same cadence. It's weird. It was very strange.
I'm kind of sick of Kevin Hart's delivery, so I don't know if I want.
I still think Kevin Hart's funny.
He is when he's subdued.
But this special, it was funny at parts. Like, it wasn't like laugh out loud. Like, I didn't get a bunch of like belly laughs, but I did laugh. It was funnier than what's her name, Yvonne Orji. So that was a plus.
What a shame that is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
like she just like I didn't laugh at all in that special.
Oh, really?
At all?
No, I didn't.
No, it was one of the worst I've ever seen. And I'm really giving it the benefit of the doubt, right? Because,
man.
Yeah, because you watched that one show.
I'm trying to support, and it just is.
Yeah, I always watch. I don't go into stand-ups with my arms folded, like because I don't think he was funny on SNL. Like, okay, maybe he's better at stand-up. Sure, sure, he's better at stand-up. Maybe. Actually, the one thing about his special, I will say, is how they go through they have a story and a through line through the entire stand-up. Mm-hmm. The end of his special, I did get a genuine, like, really hilarious, like, ha 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 laugh out of it because it was a very clever ending to it. But the rest of it, you get a couple laughs. Some people may find it really, really funny. Like my type of comedy, I don't like. I see some things. I'm like, how the fuck are y'all? How is this funny to you? Like, you have a weird sense of humor. Like, you have a very corny sense of humor. I don't like it.
I like mean comedy. To be
honest, it doesn't have to be mean. It's just got to be.
I'm just saying that's what I prefer. I like mean comedy. I do.
I think the only two people on SNL that are funny are Michael Che and Colin Jost, and I think only one of them can do stand up.
Colin Jost is not a stand up.
I think Colin Jost is smart enough to not even attempt to do stand up.
I feel like he realized all these other stand up.
Right. Where's all these other dummies out here thinking they're getting like cheap laughs from people who got free tickets in New York, right? Like then they're like, oh, hey, I'm hilarious. Like, nah,
Or they started out as stand-ups and for some reason it's like, because Colin Jost has done stand-up. I've seen some of it. It's not great, but like it doesn't mean you don't have a good sense of like comedy writing. And I think somebody saw him and was like, "Oh, you could just be a backbencher. Like that's stand-up is not your thing.
You could do the writing. Like
it takes a different mind.
Che is really funny.
Yeah, he is.
Fucking what's his name? The dude that used to do Weekend Update. You got the
Seth Meyers is really
fucking funny. I didn't know that until I watched that.
When I saw his stand up, I was flabbergasted. Because I thought he's really funny, but like it's a different skill set. It's in the same family, but it's a different skill set.
It is, but he also had that stand-up that he did, that last one, where he basically took that role reversal where he did the voice, like he did the whole thing as himself and then played it reversed as his wife's perspective. I had never seen another comic do that. That shit was actually really quite funny. But like, Myers is a great writer. Like he really is. Like his comedy on his show is really good. His stand-up I like, but it's not as strong as his writing. Like it just
you know who black people love because he's been on SNL for 20 years, and I don't really think he's that goddamn funny. Like I feel
Keenan?
like you're the man. Yeah.
Ooh-wee. What's up with that?
I don't think he's in the writer's room. Some people are like, yeah, Keenan's really funny. He's been on there for so long. And I'm like, sure, longevity doesn't mean funny, dude. Like, it just don't.
Yeah.
SNL's not funny.
Keenan a lot of comfort food. Keenan is comfort food.
I agree with that.
Like,
I guess.
He
can be funny. I like him in his interviews when he's just like, because he's just a mellow ass nigga. He's like one of the
he's very much nothing like any character he
at all
portrays on SNL.
No, he is not. Yeah.
It was just hilarious to me.
Right.
There was one other. I can't remember now because.
Well, we can talk. We've all seen the Chappelle opener for SNL. We can talk about that.
I watched that whole episode.
I did see the barbershop skit was kind of funny. It went on too long for me personally.
That one was the funniest one I saw. Like the other one, I was like, yeah, I got it. It's the characters from the old show. I got to tell you though, like there are parts of that opener that I was like I don't know if it's a delivery issue or what it was. Like I felt like he was trying to be a little slick with certain shit, and I'm like, it feels like you're kind of less criticizing Kyrie and Kanye and like using a method of like kind of doubling down on the shit just because like they're getting in trouble for what they say. And like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what he was getting in trouble for. Not that he necessarily agrees with it. I think I'm kind of sick of him. I got to tell you, yo, like, I think I'm kind of sick of Dave Chappelle, yo. Like I watched it and I'm just kind of like, yeah, dude, I know like you're super fucking talented, but yeah, I think I'm not looking for Dave Chappelle. Like that's what I realized. I'm not like, oh, Dave Chappelle's gonna be on SNL. Like it's gonna be good. I'm just like, oh, Dave Chappelle's on SNL. Like I'm not mad about it. I just don't think I care anymore. Like I'll see when he does another stand-up, but like I realize like his last couple of moments really kind of tarnished like how I see him now. And and look, it's not like I didn't think certain shit he said in the monologue wasn't funny. Like some of it was very funny, but then it's like, I don't know how to take certain shit that you're saying. Like, do you actually think that's fucked up? Or are you just like, you kind of playing possum like that? And that concerns me. Like, am I laughing with you or are we laughing at somebody else who I don't think you should be fucking around with this right now? So I don't know.
That's it, the latter. That's what's going on with Dave Chappelle.
Right, like I feel like he's trying to be slick, and it's like, oh, everything's fine. I'm like, nigga, what you're saying is not all fine. You know, like it's not. It feels
like
it doesn't feel horrible, but it doesn't feel okay.
Like he's friends with Kanye West, right? Like he knows that guy personally,
right?
And I'm sure if he reached out, like, because Dave's kind of a hotep nigga, right? And hotep niggas think that like they're the smartest people in the room, and they always hang out with people who think they're the smartest people in the room. Yeah, and Kyrie Irving is the type of guy who thinks he's the smartest person in the room. So I wouldn't be surprised if they,
he should not
all
think
like. No, he shouldn't. He's
like a moron.
You can't be the smartest person in the room. Right. You can't be the smartest person in the room and always trying to like improve and learn. Like, nah, yo. Smart people know that they smart and they know what they smart at. Right. Like, and they know what like, and when he came out, he was like, he gave like a little like BS apology or whatever. He was like, see, Kanye, that's how you do it. Right.
Yeah.
Like,
that was funny.
Yeah. Like, it was funny, but
that's how you buy some
like,
time.
Right. Exactly. But look, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I still think that dude is funny. I'm sorry.
He is.
I still think that dude is funny.
Yeah, I'm saying. But you're right. The like the last thing he said in that monologue was something along the lines of, what did he say? If they're the mob, if they're Italian, they're the mob. If it's black, they're a gang. If they're Jewish, it's a coincidence. I'm like,
yo, come on, yo.
Like, don't do that, yo. Like those are criminal. Like you're talking like criminals, and then you're just being like, and then Jews. Like, don't do that. Like that's not okay.
I'm like, come on, bro. You can't say that. Like I mean, you can, but like you know what you're gonna get. You know the backlash you're gonna get by saying that. It's like, it's becoming harder for us to say what we want to say, blah, 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 at the end. I'm like, nigga, it's not. Again, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yo, you on SNL, my nigga.
Get the backlash. Even after all the wild shit with the trans jokes, you're still on SNL. Like,
with a live
Lorne Michaels has banned a bunch of niggas. Right. Lorne Michaels has banned niggas for less.
Yeah, he banned Martin Lawrence.
Not allowed
for some wild shit.
To be back on SNL because of how their performances went on that show, but they brought you back. You're fine,
and let you say the N-word, nigga, before 12 o'clock.
Right?
Yeah, right on. I was like,
right.
Shit, when he blinked.
Every one of his fucking appearances, he said they allow him to say it. I don't know how many they give him, but
I think they give him one. I think they give him one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I still think it's funny, but like it's just kind of like, all right. I mean, you're not that much older than he. Was he 48?
I thought he was
he ain't 50 yet.
Oh, he's not 50. Okay, I thought he was.
No, he was born like 74 or some shit like that. He's almost 50, but he's not there yet. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not looking for him, which is really kind of sad. It's not that I don't think he's still funny. I'm not going to be on some like I never found Dave Chappelle funny bullshit. That's ridiculous.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna do that. But I got to tell you, like his star power to me has significantly diminished. Like it just has. Where I'm just kind of like the fact that I didn't even know he was going to be on SNL. I think says a lot. I was like, oh, did he? I was like, shit, I didn't even know that. Where
I didn't.
A number of years ago, I would have 100% known that Dave Chappelle was going to be on SNL. Fuck yes.
Well,
but
first of all, you don't watch SNL anymore, so you wouldn't.
You
wouldn't know.
I watch clips on YouTube.
Right, I don't fucking watch the goddamn show. I watch clips on YouTube.
No, but like if there's a major person that I'm interested on, like a major comedian's going to be like, I knew Burr was going to be on there that one time. Like I didn't watch it, but I was like, cool. I know Sunday I can watch the clips or whatever. But yeah, I don't think so, man. Like I'm not really looking for him, and that is sad to me because like Chappelle is a big part of like our age bracket, you know, like as far as comics, right?
He was my favorite comedian for like the longest time. Like just straight up my favorite stand-up comedian.
But, he was amazing.
Like, you know,
like those first 3 specials he had. Like Killing Me Softly, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. Holy shit! But those first like 3 specials were like they were damn near perfect. Like, there was just no argument from anybody. But yeah, I don't think I care anymore.
So we were, when we heard about this and we were talking about it, and you said, "Oh yeah, I didn't even know." In our private chat, you were like, "Oh, I didn't even know he was on there." And we're talking about Dave, and I think you had made like a presumption that, like, oh, well, maybe he's, they're letting him on SNL. Maybe he's like toned it down a bit. And I said, no, he's still an asshole. He's just like, he's still funny also.
Right.
Here's the point about him still being an asshole. Apparently, Dave Chappelle tricked Saturday Night Live staff by performing a fake monologue in the dress rehearsal before revealing a new anti-Semitic material on air. So
wow, dude.
Wow.
Come on, yo. Like, what are we doing, man?
I told you my a buddy of mine who is Jewish, who you guys know, like,
what a dick, yo.
Yeah, that's a dick move. But like he was saying in his last special, because he's like, look, he's into comedy, right? Like, wants to be a comedy writer himself, and he was like, listen, I think Chappelle is brilliant. Like he's like one of the best comedians of all time, easily. He's a fucking genius at this shit. And he was like that, and he's Jewish. He was like, listen, that Space Jews joke that he did. He was like, if you understand like history of like Judaism and shit like that, he's like, that joke is so fucking offensive to Jews. He was like, but it's so well done that only people who really understand like the history of their culture and shit like that and really have studied it would understand that joke as deep as it is. He was like, that's why he's so fucking brilliant. He was like, and it's insanely frustrating. He was like, it's a brilliant joke. Because we're not Jewish. So we're just like, I don't know, Space Jews. That's hilarious. He was like, nah, yo, that joke is way more fucking layered. Way more layered. But he was like, people don't get it if you're not Jewish. I was like, he was like, that's his brilliance. It's like, this guy actually is very, very fucking smart. Just like, could you just not be a fucking complete asshole? Just channel your powers, man. Yeah. Just shit on regular white people, man. Like, they got a lot of bullshit with them. So,
and there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them.
Yeah, well, you're just getting after, like, dude, they're like 1% of the population. Leave them alone. Sure, they run Hollywood, but big deal. Right? Also, saying Jews run Hollywood is a very weird thing to say. Like, okay, they're in certain positions of power. Okay, like, is that illegal? Like, is it illegal to do that? Like, what the fuck? They have the studios. Are they not putting non-Jewish people in movies? Like, I don't understand. What is your argument? Like, it's very weird. Who cares? All right, let's talk about Black Panther's box office numbers. To say they put their boot on Black Adam's back and kicked his ass down a hill is to be nice.
They made as much money in one weekend as that nigga made so far. That's sad.
In 4 weeks.
I feel like someone joked about that in the fucking Discord.
Yeah.
A couple days ago before the movie came out. I was like, what if it made as much money as Black Adam made in the first week? Sure as shit.
Yeah, it did.
Damn.
$192 million domestic it made.
Jesus Christ.
$342 million worldwide. Keep in mind, worldwide, Black Adam has made $352 million as of today, as of Tuesday, November 16th, or 15th rather. Yeah, it's doing pretty good, guys. It's doing pretty good. How many days before this hits $1 billion, you think?
Well, it's not getting released in China, so
yeah, so that's a big chunk.
I think that's probably going to hamper the $1 billion conversation. But I'm very curious about the drop off because these last Marvel Phase 4 movies have had about 60 to 65% drop off. 60 to 65% drop off rate between the first weekend and the second weekend. I'm very, very curious if people are going to come back to see this.
Hold on a second. No Way Home made like $1.6 billion. It was not released in China either.
It's also Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but this was also a global phenomenon. So I don't know that it won't make $1 billion. It's just my point. Go ahead.
All right. Well, Jay
So,
says
I don't know.
that Black Panther's Wakanda Forever is going to make $1 billion. I will be. Look,
I do think it will.
would be
Incidentally, I do think it will.
I would be ecstatic if a film starring and fronted by Black women, directed by and written by Black men, make $1 billion again. Like, I would love it.
Yeah.
I'm just skeptical. That's all.
Yeah, no,
because
I hear.
people seem to be kind of over, not over the MCU, but they're not coming out
These niggas
and
old.
pulling a tiara. You know what I mean?
See,
they're not coming
5
out
times.
and watching it 6 times.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
know what I'm saying?
Now, incidentally, it's interesting. I mean, I'm not saying this is no money, but in China, the original Black Panther only made $100 million. Like, not that that's no money, but it didn't, it wasn't like 400 million. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't the vast majority of money. It made a shit ton domestically. Like, that's where it did crazy numbers. So
It's 700 million domestically.
yeah. So
Damn.
I don't know, man. Like, I think they got room to run, but it's it'll be interesting because there's really nothing out against it until Avatar, which is I forget the release date, but it's sometime
Next
in December.
month.
It's sometime December. Yeah. I is it closer to
it's the end of
Christmas?
December.
Is it? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think maybe the
it's closer to
21st or
Christmas.
something. Yeah. So it's got. I mean, it's got no competition for damn near a month, which is pretty good. So, yeah, it's doing
December
all-
3 hours
16th,
long.
1 month away.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so there you go. Not
Well,
bad.
Wakanda
Here's
Forever
my-
is what? Almost 3 hours long?
2:45.
2:45. Okay.
It's 2:41 plus 20 minutes of trailers. So you're in there for 3 hours. I know because we did it today.
Doesn't that kind of cut into how many screenings it can have? Well, the first one was only like 2:14 or something like that, right? It was a little over 2 hours.
I think it's a little over 2 hours. But at the same time, movies like it's a 3-hour movie that like Endgame.
And
not like-
that's a culmination of fucking.
No, but I'm just
20
saying people are willing to see it. Like, I mean, the people are excited. They'll see fucking anything for 3 hours. Titanic, you saw that shit. I'll
That
build
movie
an
was in the
Avatar.
fucking theaters for 7 years, like, along with Avatar. Yeah, Avatar was in the theater for a year, though.
Yeah,
Nigga, Avatar: The Way of Water is 3 hours and 10 minutes.
of course it is, nigga.
Go
like,
fuck yourself, yo.
all the
We
water,
might have said
all
that.
the
We might have
water,
said-
nigga, all the water.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
saying
are.
that.
You gonna see it.
No,
You
I'm
gonna
not.
see it. Yes,
No,
you are.
I'm not.
You are.
No, guess what? Now
James
I'm
Cameron said you
definitely
gonna see it.
not. Now I'm definitely not.
I didn't know it was 3:10. Damn, nigga, like, come on, James, you got to chill, yo.
Nah, y'all gonna see it.
Jake Sully.
Cat people.
I'm
Get
not.
outta here, man.
Yo, 3 hours is a wild runtime. 310. Well, the original was 2:45 or 2:42 rather. So,
This is 3D, right?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Titanic
Yeah,
was
you gotta-
3:14.
You gotta. I
Yeah, it was
look,
two.
never
It was
saw
two
that
VHS
either.
tapes.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
Titanic was 2 VHS tapes. I remember that.
Can't wait for Avatar
That's a long
3.
fucking time. Yeah.
Avatar 3,
And
2024.
And 5.
Okay.
So 392.
That motherfucker giving y'all
350
3 and he gonna
million.
be done. You watch.
Well, he said it depends on how well this one does, right?
He giving your ass 3. He want to go back under the water. Like,
I'm sure,
He
no, I'm
tired
sure
of
he
it.
does. That nigga's been that nigga been going underwater for fucking 30 years now. He loves water. It's weird. So Black Panther's made $342 million in the first weekend. It's going to drop off. What's the usual drop off? 50, 60%?
it can be.
The Thor movie and the Doctor Strange movie both hit about a little over 60% drop off second weekend.
Damn. If it stays in the
Well,
theater
but-
for like a month and a half, 2 months, it'll hit $1 billion. I think. Maybe.
I mean,
possibly.
Like those movies also had like weird backlash. Like Doctor Strange had a weird backlash, and Thor just wasn't.
I didn't like Thor.
what people were
I think I said that
expecting.
last week. I didn't like
It wasn't great.
So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we ain't getting none of this money. So
Exactly.
Oh, wow, Doctor Strange almost made $1 billion, 955 million.
And that didn't release in China either, I don't believe.
all right.
No,
Well,
it
then
didn't.
you are right, then, nigga. God damn.
I was just saying. What the fuck? I already knew I was right.
I know.
It had a domestic opening of 187. Whoa.
Yeah, it did incredibly well.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, because people were like, "Yo, I want to see an MCU movie." Like, I'm willing to sneeze on my fellow man. They don't give a fuck.
It might hit $1 billion. Like this one made 10 million more.
Yeah, because it's the original is what 1.3 billion, I think.
Right.
Which, looking back, doesn't seem like a lot considering how hyped people were for it. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like that movie should have made 1.6.
Well, I mean,
almost 2 billion.
We're black, so it was even the hype was even more fucking amplified. So, and the fact that a black movie made $1 billion, Jesus Christ! I mean, this has already made 342 million, and it's still mostly an all black cast, so it's still a win.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's pretty much an all black cast. Like you'll see, it's pretty much an all black cast.
Like, we ain't really need these other.
Get
out.
They had no reason to be in there. Get out of here.
I can't remember. Kev on stage. It's for black people only. Like, get the fuck out of here. Beat it. Sad news. Kevin Conroy died. Micah, this is your section. How sad are you?
I'm actually very sad.
Yeah.
This was normally I don't really give a shit when actors die. Like, it's sad, but it doesn't like hit me. Right. But Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was a tribute to an actor that I really enjoyed his work. He died, and when Kevin Conroy died, it was it's not like he was doing like anything like current with Batman, but the fact that guy, like, he's very much a consummate actor, but everybody knows him from Batman, and it is it's one of the few portrayals from a vocal perspective that like defined a character. And you can't say that about you can't really say that about any voice actor, that their voice defined this character. Like, yeah, there are other people.
Joker. I mean, you could say Mark Hamill with the Joker.
I mean, he might. I mean, that's probably the only one. That's probably
because everyone wants to do his voice when they do the Joker. Like when you have a fucking comic, when you have a cartoon Joker, they're all emulating him.
Yeah, and the only other person I would put up there is James Earl Jones, but like, yeah, it's pretty much those two at the top for animated stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, and like even so I found an article on this website, 10 ways Kevin Conroy redefined Batman, and I think I agree with every single one of them. Number 10, Kevin Conroy saved Batman from campiness, right? Because coming out of the 60s and the late 80s, early 90s, like the 60s Batman was super silly. And then I can't remember when Batman Returns came out, but it was like dark and silly.
I think it was like 91 or 92.
I think it's 91, yeah.
Yeah, like that was like, it was super dark, but then like the sequel was like dark but silly. Like, because you got Danny DeVito like eating fish and shit.
I hated that movie.
It's just weird. Like, this Gotham City is like a little too gothic with like big like statues and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But it saved it from being like super silly. But number 9, it also protected Batman from being like super uber dark, right? Like, he had a proper balance of when to be serious, but when to be a little more lighthearted. Conroy's performances completely changed Batman cartoons. I would say they changed cartoons, period.
Yeah, I would say that also. That shit aired on like Fox at night. If you remember the first episode, if you remember when I remember it was 7:30 on Fox. They aired the first episode, which was the Man Bat episode, the two-parter.
Yeah,
I remember that sitting in front of the television with my family watching that shit. A cartoon, Batman, the animated series. Shit was dope.
Yeah, it was. It still holds up to this day.
Yeah.
Here's one that number 7 on this list is one that I wholeheartedly agree with, and I think people don't really appreciate. Conroy redefined Bruce Wayne. For some strange reason, people who play Batman can't get Bruce Wayne right. And it's more than just like, even with affecting a vocal change in your voice, right? Like Kevin Conroy, his Batman was, his Batman was, it had a deep voice, and his Bruce Wayne like sounded like this, ha 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 ha, like it's the glasses thing with Superman, right? Like it's something small, but it's small enough that if you're not paying attention, oh yeah, whatever, right? But his Bruce Wayne versus his Batman felt like two different actors playing it.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. And he didn't need some bullshit like vocal synthesizer like Batfleck. He didn't need a fucking lozenge like Christian Bale, right? And he gave a shit, unlike George Clooney, right?
Yeah, Clooney.
Like, so yeah, man, his Bruce Wayne is still, it can't be touched. Conroy's success made the DCEU possible. I mean, I don't think there's any argument to that, right? Like, there would be no DCEU if Batman the Animated Series didn't take off.
You mean DC? DCAU. AU.
DCAU, yeah, sorry, DCAU, the animated universe. His voice defined Batman for multiple generations. I mean, look, when he died, the first thing people said was, when I'm writing Batman, I hear Kevin Conroy's voice. When I'm reading Batman, I hear Kevin Conroy's voice. Yep. Conroy proved that Batman could laugh, because yes, this was a children's cartoon. Like it was dark and it was serious, but like, yo, he's singing to Circe in one of these episodes, right? Like he's crooning and shit. Like it's fucking, I don't know, man. Kevin Conroy made Batman feel mortal. Kevin Conroy made Batman into a person, not just a hero.
Yes.
And last but not least, Kevin Conroy embraced Batman and all his fans. Some people, some actors, they don't want to be known for just one thing. And I 100% understand that. But some of them end up being dicks when like the thing that they made that made them famous, people want them to do, play Freebird, right? Like, like yeah. Some people don't want to play Freebird. You know what I mean? But he wasn't like that. He was a dude that was like, hey, can you do the voice? He would fucking do it. So this dude was a titan in this like circle of acting. And his voice will be missed, man. Yeah. So safe home to Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, it's just a bummer, man. And he passed away from cancer, unfortunately. At, 66?
Yeah.
That's just unfortunate. Next up, take it away.
Kevin Smith is going to make Red State 2. Lionsgate asked Smith to make a sequel to his 2011 horror thriller. I never saw Red State. I have no idea what it's about.
It is one of his best movies, but I don't know.
It's pretty great. You've never seen Red State? No. You should watch it. Red State is unlike anything he's done. It's a very serious movie. You've seen it, Terrence?
Yeah, I've seen it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's basically about these kids end up at this. Like they kind of end up at this church that's like these crazy religious cult. And the government basically is like, nah, yo, you gotta like they basically try to raid this church because it's a fucking cult. They have all these guns or whatever. and they have like a big shootout and stuff like that. But the guy who plays the pastor, he passed away now. I can't remember the actor's name. Is
Michael
like
Parks.
What's that?
Michael Parks.
Yeah, Michael Parks. His performance in that movie is tremendous. Like it really is. What's the name's performance is also really, really good. John Goodman's performance. I mean, John Goodman is not bad in anything, to be honest. But it's a really good movie. I think you would actually dig it. It's a kind of a, I don't know if I'd call it a thriller, but it's definitely not like a horror movie, but it's very good. It's very good. It was very different for him. But he did a great job.
I think, look, I like Kevin Smith. I like what Kevin Smith kind of is, right? Like he's the nerd that made it, right? Mm-hmm. He's the nerd that made it doing exactly what he wanted to do. But sometimes his comedy is a little stonery for me.
Here's the thing. Red State's not a comedy at all. Like it's at all. It's not. That's why I feel it's very. You're like, Kevin Smith directed this. Like, to me, it shows like he has real chops as a director. If he wanted to stop doing comedy and just like really dig into shit, there's no comedy in the movie. Like, very little.
All right, I might check it out then because
I think you would. Dig
I want to love Kevin Smith, and right now I'm just like, oh yeah, that guy. He's a good guy, but I ain't hanging out with him. You know what I mean? Like I want to watch Clerks 3. I do. but I don't really give a shit.
I'll get around to it.
Because I don't like I saw that when I saw what was the movie with Blunt Man and Chronic and
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That
was not the best. That was not his best work.
No, I didn't really care for that. And then that was it for me. I was just like, you know what? I think I've outgrown this. Like, I really like Dogma. Right. Like, Dogma is one of my favorite movies that he's done. Right?
Yeah, Dogma's good.
Because
very good.
I got a problem. I got issues with religion.
Well, Red State's right up your alley, there, buddy.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, Red State is fucked up in a lot of ways. You're like, ooh, don't do that. But yeah, I think you would dig it.
All right.
Next up.
The plot for Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon
finally
has been revealed.
Finally.
The movie is about a. I can't wait. I can't wait to waste my time watching this movie.
It's gonna be great.
The movie is about a planet not in our. It's a space fantasy, so there's no Earth necessarily. I can't wait. Oh man, this is even him explaining this shit. Seems
you ever seen that guy talk about movies like live?
No, I have not.
I have.
I've seen very few Zack Snyder interviews, so I don't really know how that nigga sounds. Honestly,
he sounds like this. Sounds like this. He's a
very sporadic way of speaking. So this reads exactly how I would assume. Like they recorded this and they typed down exactly what he said because it's just like it's fucking all over the place.
This movie is about a planet not in our. It's a space fantasy, so there's no Earth necessarily, but there's a community on a planet, a farming planet, and there's a bunch of bad guys from other worlds who are in the area. And they need to be fed, so they come to the village and ask for the village to feed them while they're doing their war in that area of the galaxy. And of course, they are not kind about asking, and the result will probably be obliteration of the village itself. The villagers decide to fight, and so then they have to go out into the galaxy and collect warriors to help them while having their knees hyperextended and laughing unfunny jokes.
I was gonna end it. When you finished, I was gonna say this guy just announced that he's running for president for a third term. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck did that even mean? So
it's fine.
No, that's
fine.
That's the plot.
That's the general plot. Yeah.
That's what it's about.
And there's also I think there's also the The official tagline is a young woman with a mysterious past who seeks out warriors from neighboring planets to help a peaceful colony on the edge of the galaxy take a stand against the tyrannical regent Belisarius. Okay. I mean, I feel like that explained it a little bit better than he did.
He didn't explain shit.
No, it was a fucking word salad mess.
It's space. It's Earth, but not necessarily Earth. But like, we gotta eat, so you're hungry as shit. Like, what are you talking about, nigga? Like,
we're having a war in near your part of the galaxy. What?
Like, near that area.
Near that area. Yeah, you're doing a great job. By all means.
Did he write it?
Yes.
This is the last thing he wrote. Fucking what's that movie with the chicks? Oh, he wrote that too. I don't know.
The zombie movie. No, he writes all. No, that's his thing now. He's a writer director.
He's a writer. Oh, okay, all right. Tyler Perry.
Not much better.
Carrie Elwes, Jaimin Hansu, Corey Stoll. Yeah, there's some solid actors in this shit.
Yeah,
Charlie Hunnam, Ray Fisher. Oh, you got his boy Ray Fisher. Okay.
Hey, somebody got help him out. I think Ray Fisher's in that movie Till as well.
Anthony Hopkins, is he?
Yeah.
I heard Till was actually pretty good.
I did too. I'm very leery about watching it just for general personal feelings over it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. I know the story. This movie ain't for me. I know the story.
Yeah, I don't really. He has 8 kids? Wow.
Zack Snyder? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He seems like he seems like the Nick Cannon of white.
Yeah, you trying to just repopulate the Earth? Relax.
A bunch of and Randy and assholes.
I mean, I do feel sorry he did lose his daughter, which is unfortunate. But wow, I didn't realize he had 8 kids. That's just crazy. Okay, yeah. Look, man, I'm not excited for this for obvious reasons.
Oh, I'm excited for all the wrong reasons.
But yeah, he co-directed or he co-wrote the screenplay for this. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Good.
Oh, there'll be a Rebel Moon Part 2. Cool.
Great. So he's got 4 adopted children and 4 biological children.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
I would love it if he had like a couple of colored children in there.
Oh shit, he might. I wouldn't be surprised.
So he co-wrote this with the people who wrote 300 Rise of the Empire, Atomic Blonde, John Wick 3, Army of the Dead, and Army of Thieves. Okay.
John Wick 3 had no story. I've never seen 300 Rise of the whatever.
It's bad.
Atomic Blonde was that the
That's one of the John Wick guys.
That one also didn't have a great story either. That was one with Charlize Theron. I saw that in the theater.
I heard the action
sequences were really cool.
Yeah,
I had a nice one shot.
Yeah, that one shot in the hallway was dope. On the staircase. Yeah, this movie's going to be fucking terrible, yeah, but it's probably going to look really good.
Yeah,
a lot of speed ramping, a lot of muted colors.
It's what I'm expecting.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds great.
Whatever, Zach. Fucking weirdo. Yeah.
All right, Micah.
That's funny.
Now, don't say the 2 words you're not supposed to say together with this next story. See, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. That was a good joke.
I really like this show too. It's crazy.
I was enjoying it. I didn't finish the first season though.
Hunters is going to end with season 2 at Amazon. Is that Al Pacino as a Jewish person?
Yes.
Yeah, and
it's a little ridiculous.
It's a little
that might be worth a turn. But look, that might be worth at least one episode.
Yo, he is putting on a hell of an accent. Like he is putting on a hell of an accent.
Like think of the most Jewish accent, like the most
stereotypical accent,
stereotypical Jewish accent you can think of, and that's what he's doing, and it's hilarious.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
It's like, dude, we got it. You're going to the local deli. Relax. Like, it's offensive, yo. It's offensive.
You're going to Wise to pick up a fucking
babka.
Right.
Cinnamon babka.
See you at the 7 Mile Market.
It's right near my house.
Right on fucking
Ricestown Road.
Ricestown Road.
They have their own supermarkets, people. Good for them. Yeah, look, I didn't finish the first season, but I was enjoying it. I thought it was actually pretty good.
No, it's actually really good. I saw the first
So what is this about?
It's about a crew of people who hunt Nazis. It's a bunch of Jews and like black folks and stuff like that. They were just like, nah, let's get together. And they have this society called the Hunters, and they just straight up murder Nazis.
That got away.
Yeah, they got away from Nazi Germany.
They're basically the ones that the government picked up because they were like, hey, you did some wild experimentation and you're smart. Help us with like the space race and shit. Like
help us make Nazis.
Well, it's a good show though.
All right.
But it came out like the first season. It's been out for like 4 years.
Yeah, it's been it's been a long
time, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I just thought it was canceled.
February 2020. I thought it was before that. It really was only 2020. I thought it was like 2019. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it had been a while.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. Next up, AMC is eyeing more Native American stories. AMC Networks is teaming up with Red Nation International Film Festival after the success of Dark Winds, starring Zahn McClarnon, who is the cop in Reservation Dogs. If you've watched that show,
yeah,
that guy's really good, by the way. Like, he can do comedy, he can do serious. He was also in the Forever Purge too, where he was kind of a badass. But as part of a partnership between AMC and the Red Nation International Film Festival, they will promote Native American stories and storytellers throughout the year with a new mentoring and professional development initiatives focused on Native American writers and filmmakers with an emphasis on women creators. They're also AMC Networks will also partner with the festival on the Native Women Right and Native Indigenous Student Academy of Cinematic Arts programs, each of which will focus on developing skills and career growth. AMC Networks will provide professional mentorship opportunities to Native and Indigenous women and students, and script pitching opportunities, along with sponsoring online and in-person educational sessions. Look, I think that's great. It's kind of funny because they're like, yeah, no, we're cool with Native Americans because we got a successful show with them.
Yeah,
shit, this worked out really well for us. Okay.
Like, back to the well. Surely one of them's got another good fucking $1 million idea, right? Like, that's kind of fucked up. But at the same time, look, there's Dark Winds and Reservation Dogs. It's the only like real representation of Native Americans on TV. So the more the merrier. Like, I'm all for this because I think, and I think I could speak for the two of you, like, diversity of storytelling makes for better television. Like, it doesn't just have to be white folks, obviously. It doesn't just have to be us. And there's like nothing for Native Americans. There's more and more stuff budding for East Asian folks. So, like, yeah, keep going. I think it's great. But the article does read kind of funny, though.
Also, if you don't like it, you just don't have to watch it.
Yeah. And if you don't watch it, you're a bigot. That's how that works. Have I watched Dark Winds yet? No, irrelevant.
Have you heard of Dark Winds, to be honest with you?
I think it's a remake of a show from back in the day, but I hear not just in this article, but I've heard it's pretty good. But I don't have AMC Plus, so I'll have to get AMC Plus sometime this week to watch it and report back. Yes.
Yeah, for Dark Winds and Interview with the Vampire.
Yep. Now you have AMC Plus, Terrence. You like AMC Plus, right? It's a great.
Sure, Interview with the Vampire is really good.
Yeah, but do you like the interface for AMC Plus? Could you give us a little bit of details on it?
It's got pictures on it with with television shows that AMC Plus produced. It's great.
You know what? That's good enough for me. I'll be sure to report back. I'll probably say the same thing. Very similar.
The interface is very easy to use. I just clicked on the picture and the show started. Great.
Funny that.
What other shows do you watch on AMC Plus, Terrence?
I only heard Interview with the Vampire was good, so that was the only one that I bothered to watch.
Okay, I got.
But he's gonna get right on Dark Winds.
Yeah, Better Call Saul is on there.
Someone is on AMC Plus.
You're a big horror fan. What do you think of Shudder's offerings on AMC Plus?
I didn't know that they had that. I must have just
I mean, it's right there on the site.
Is it?
It's funny that you didn't know.
I don't go to the websites. I got it on. I got a fucking Roku TV. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think you just made a beeline.
It just kind of messes.
You just make a beeline to the show that you know you want to watch, right?
Exactly, right. And Shudder's a separate fucking. It's separate from AMC Plus.
Oh, it's separate.
I don't have Shudder.
AMC
I would like to. Yeah, Shudder is a whole streaming service in and of itself.
Yes, it is.
It's got the Walking Dead universe on AMC Plus, but I don't watch that because I stopped watching The Walking Dead 9 years ago.
That's probably
because
of his hand.
Yeah, because he didn't get his hand cut off. That's right.
That's
Gangs of London is also on is on. I need to watch that as well, so I'll be watching that.
Yeah. I'm very excited to watch season 2
on AMC Plus.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes,
November 17th. Gangs of London
on all my computers plus. That's what I'm watching it on. All my computers.
Exactly.
I love it. Yeah, so shout out to AMC for that. DC Films former head Walter Hamada heads to Paramount Pictures with a multi-year production deal with the company. Under the agreement, which starts Jan 1, 2023, Hamada will spearhead the studio's mainstream horror movies with the goal of releasing several low to mid-budget films per year across theatrical and streaming. The studio recently scored at the box office with Smile, a low-budget thriller that generated a killer $209 million to date. God damn.
That's not bad at all.
How much did that cost to make? $55? Jesus Christ. It's a bunch of creepy people smiling. Yo, it cost $17 million to make. And it's made $200.
A lot of that was marketing.
Right, like $15 million.
It had a tremendous marketing budget. And like to the point where they hired actors to sit in the behind home plate at baseball games just to smile to see them on camera. That was kind of dope, yo.
It's brilliant. Like, it's actually kind of brilliant.
They going all out for this fucking horror movie.
I mean, it worked out. Jesus. $17 million to make, $210.2 million so far at the box office. Not bad. I would say they won.
Terrifier is, let me see. I'm looking to see how much money this fucking movie is making. Because $11 million. Terrifier 2. I know you're talking about Paramount Plus, but like that movie has a $250,000 budget.
Yeah,
it's made $11 million worldwide.
That's not bad, man. That's not bad.
That's crazy. Yeah, horror movies, they make money, and they cost $7 to make. Mm-hmm. Why is he heading up a horror movie? That's weird. What other horror movies did he do besides Smile before he left WB? Or DC.
I think it's just about making money.
I think it's just
executives.
Like, I don't know shit.
He oversaw the Conjuring movies. The Conjuring, Annabelle.
That was the other guy, right? Not him.
He's executive producer. Safran was the regular producer on that. But the Conjuring, Annabelle, the Conjuring 2, Lights Out, and It. So yeah,
Lights Out wasn't. Did I see Lights Out? That started from a short, if I remember correctly. I don't think Lights Out was that great. I don't think I like Lights Out that much. The Conjuring movies, hit and miss.
But those movies have made a shit ton of money. Like
they've made over $1 billion altogether. Yeah. Or like $2 billion or some crazy shit like that. Yeah, that's a lot.
It has now become the highest grossing horror franchise to date. The franchise is commercially successful, having grossed a combined $2.1 billion across a combined budget of $178 million.
That's insane.
Not bad. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize there were so many movies in that universe. The Conjuring, Annabelle, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, The Nun, The Curse of La Llorona, Annabelle Comes Home, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and then they have The Nun 2 and The Conjuring 4 are in the works.
I like The Devil Made Me Do It. I like The Conjuring 2, Annabelle, and The Nun. Like, it's just her face that's really scary. But The Conjuring 2, the ghost was a straight up dickhead. I don't know if any one of you have ever seen. Have any of you seen any of the Conjuring movies?
I don't do ghost shit, nigga.
Yeah, knock it off. Knock it off.
Okay.
I saw the doll from Annabelle in the poster. I was like, end of this. I don't need to see any of that movie. Like, oh, she's a doll.
They're not bad.
I'm like, no.
They're not the best, but they're not bad. But they're horror movies that, like, people love horror movies. They like to be scared.
Yeah, they do.
Again, they don't cost anything to make.
I think my daughter kind of likes spooky things, and that bothers me. Like, she thinks they're just funny. Like, she don't like any like spooky shit for Halloween. Like, none of that shit scares her. She's just like, that's hilarious. It's not real. And I'm like, don't ask me to go see these fucking fucked up movies with you. Like, don't do that. That shit just does not scare her. So. And I'm always surprised. Like, in Disney movies, they'll be like villains and shit, and they're supposed to be like spooky. And she's just like, like they're a villain.
A cartoon, Dad.
Like, she's like, they're villains. Like, no, I don't fuck with them like that. Like, fair enough. Don't ask me to go see Terrifier 7 when you're older. Fuck out of here. I'm seeing that shit. Your dad's a coward. Next up, Warner Brothers Discovery's David Zaslav says that, quote, there's not going to be 4 Batmen? I think it's Batmen. In the DCU moving forward.
I think it's pronounced Batsmen.
Like attorneys generals.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. He's the full quote here is, I think over the next few years, you're going to see a lot of growth and opportunity around DC. There's not going to be 4 Batmans.
That just sounds wrong.
Yeah, it should be Batmen. Or Batsmans. And so part of our strategy is to drive the hell out of DC, which James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to do. I think they're thrilled. They've thrilled the fans. I think they're going to thrill you over a period of time. Look, that's a good thing. I like that. Apparently, James Gunn and Peter Safran are almost done, according to Zaslav. They're coming close to the end of finishing a Bible, a document roadmap that outlines key characters and plot points for the DCU. So they've got a roadmap, which is important. I think, I'm not surprised that Gunn's all over that, considering that he worked closely with Kevin Feige on that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, just have a plan and stick to it. Like, if you got a movie that falters, just keep going. Like, we got to reset fucking everything. Like, that's like, if that was the case, you'd never get the MCU where it was. Like, you're going to have things that, you're going to have hiccups, but just keep going. And make decent to good movies. What do you think that means? So, okay, they're not going to have 4 Batman characters, right? You got Keaton, Robert Pattinson, and Ben Affleck as of right now. So technically you have 3. Well, no, I guess you have 1 in Titans as well. So
what I think he's saying is that not that they're counting past Batsmen, right? I think he's saying we're not going to do a bunch of disparate movies anymore. We're not going to have Matt Reeves's version and James Gunn's version and another guy's version and another guy's version. I think they're just going to narrow it down to James Gunn's version and let Matt Reeves finish whatever, he's got planned, because we kind of started with him. And if it meshes, if it works out that Matt Reeves' Batman is the Batman, great. Like, let's if they were smart, they would just go ahead and have the Batman be the first in this new way, this new era, the Zaslav Gunn other guy era. Safran.
But does that work? That's not.
It could work.
I think it could.
I mean,
work.
what is Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom going to look like? You got to pick a.
Is that still happening?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that makes the DC
happening.
Here's the thing that makes the DC characters, one of the few things that make them interesting, is that their personalities are wildly different, and like Superman and Batman shouldn't work well together, but they do, right? And that's what they need to focus on. The odd couple shit, the different character shit, right? Batman can be this very serious person, but like if he's standing next to Hal Jordan, who literally fights fear, and Batman's whole identity is being fearsome because like he ain't got superpowers and shit. Like, what does that look like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it can work. You just have to, it's kind of like what we were talking about a couple of months ago with She-Hulk and Deadpool and stuff like that. You got to decide whose world you're playing in right now and bring those people into that world. Yep. If we are in Batman's world, maybe we don't have, I don't know, Cyborg in it. You know what I'm saying? Like Aquaman.
Or
right?
The Flash, or Superman.
I feel like,
this is what I'm saying. Because
I feel like Batman
is fucking weird. I mean, it's not weird.
And that's the thing. They're not going to go to Batman's world because what the fuck? Like,
it's not interesting for them.
You got a problem? Here, let me eye laser it. There, you're done.
Right, like, what the fuck is Superman going to fucking Gotham? You want me to clean this town up in 15 minutes? What the fuck is going on? Turn some light on and let's go to work.
Right.
Yeah, right. I think Batman will travel to the other world. He'll be our point person, right?
That's how it always should have been.
He'll be the guy that we all can relate to. A rich guy who was orphaned and now is a vigilante, right? Like that's every moviegoer's point of view, right? The audience point of view.
Classic point of view.
I could totally relate to that.
This guy, I get him. Yeah, no, but I do think your point is correct. Batman always feels much better as the point person for the audience because he's just he's literally a regular dude playing dress up next to gods. Like that joke where the guy does it's like a couple black dudes. They do the voiceovers for some of like the DCEU or the DC animated characters, and it's like wait, Batman, you ain't got no powers, like. Nigga, you can't ride with us. Like, what the fuck? He's like, I believe I'm a hero. Like, that dude is hilarious. Like, that shit is fucking funny. But, like, it's kind of true to what that character really is. Like, yo, why are you hanging out with us? But he's actually smarter than most of them, if not all of them, right? Like, that's kind of his whole thing. So, I don't know. I think it could be interesting. I think give Robert Pattinson, like, one more movie in his universe. And then, like, maybe you can start to open it up a little bit. You don't have to go straight into Justice League type of stuff. But I would like them to have a fucking plan, whatever that is. Like, just make a fucking plan and just go forward. It is interesting. Like, James Gunn has been kind of tweeting out images of certain characters, kind of giving people an indication of, like, where they might be going with stuff. He tweeted out a picture of Mr. Terrific, which is interesting. Okay. I mean, Mr. Terrific has been. He's been on the CW shows. I know that. I think he was on Arrow.
The superhero genius.
Yeah, with a
superhero genius
with a T
and a black guy with. He's a black guy with blackface on.
Yeah, he got a T painted on his face.
I don't like this picture at all. On Arrow, what the fuck is this?
Is he wearing the fair?
I've never seen live action Mr. Terrific.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
it doesn't look good.
Yeah, not at all.
It doesn't look cool at all. I gotta tell you. It doesn't look good.
What is that?
Yeah, I feel like they should have gone with like I get that they did a mask, but it really doesn't resonate well like in live action. Like yeah.
What is
I feel like you
oh, that's a mask? I thought that's paint.
It looks like paint to me. But
no, it's on the show. It's like partially a mask and then it looks like that's kind of painted. But I could be wrong. It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. See, this is what we're talking about. Like don't be a slave to design choices, because like when people are bitching and complaining about like MCU designs don't look exactly like the comics, and then you show them a picture of someone in a Captain America costume, it's like, look, this looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you got to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's got to look good for the screen, man. You can do anything, and you can do anything on the page, and people put up with it. Anybody gonna put up with this black guy in blackface? What the fuck?
With a conch? Like, what the fuck is going on in this picture? Like, come on, man. I don't like this shit at all.
Nah, you hate it. You hate
no. I don't
this could be you, Terrence. Like, this is next year's Halloween costume. painting a black tee with horse or shoe polish on your face. Looking ridiculous.
It's so terrible.
It's nothing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, he literally has a conch. Yeah, I'm sorry. No.
No,
Okay.
You hating.
Right.
Next up, What the Fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. Micah, take it away.
So my story from JTD was debunked as false about a man from South Africa who ate nothing but KFC and didn't pay for it because he told them that he was on the head of the board of KFC. So I had to find some of my own, and I got two. One that could be construed as kind of racist, but it's a food thing, and another one that it's also kind of a food thing. Woman allegedly wires her mouth shut to lose weight. She allegedly wired her mouth shut with slimming wires in an attempt to lose weight for a breast reduction surgery.
No, whoa. What? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, because I've seen reports that would suggest that she didn't need to do that.
I'm just doing a show. For my friends, guys. I don't care if you understand what the fuck we're talking about.
This is a wild like conversation between the three of us that's just a clip that the three of us have seen. It's hilarious. No.
A woman is trying to lose weight and reach a certain body mass index, which is bullshit.
Yeah, BMI is nonsense. Well,
it's qualified for
in extremes. It's bullshit. It's not bullshit for the vast majority of us.
It's not bullshit, but like it's bullshit, right? Like because like the BMI is like what athletes are, right? Like those are the people who hit the BMI.
Or people like The Rock is considered morbidly obese. Really? You gonna put him up there with like somebody? No, knock it off. That doesn't make sense.
Right. You're right. Me and The Rock are considered obese. The woman is trying to lose weight.
I'm just gonna let that hang out there. Yeah, you are. Go ahead. Continue.
A woman is trying to lose weight to qualify for breast reduction surgery that she hopes will improve her quality of life. Apparently, she has not been reading reports that other women have been reading.
No.
She has managed to lose 12 kilograms with intermittent fasting.
I'm American. I don't know what that is.
12 kilograms? Isn't that like 12 bricks of cocaine?
It's 26 pounds.
Oh, okay. 12 bricks of cocaine. So she managed to lose 12 bricks of cocaine through intermittent fasting, but reached a plateau. So this woman decided to take more drastic measures.
It's not eating.
And to do that, she wires her mouth shut.
Didn't that black woman wire her mouth shut on like Real World or some shit like that? She got her jaw wired shut. Stop eating. I think that was a thing at one point. Yeah, that's a drastic move to just clamp your jaw shut. You can't control your eating habits, and you just like, I'm just not going to eat anything.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
That's a wild move, yo. That's a wild move, yo. Like, I don't know, man. Eat some fruits and vegetables, yo. Relax.
Pace yourself.
Fruits and vegetables are really good. Didn't we say where this is from? Did you say where this happened?
I did not.
This is the United States. This is 100%.
No.
Really?
No. If you go to the United States, no, they wouldn't wire their mouth shut here. They would just eat.
No, I'm telling you, that girl from I'm telling you
about studies and shit.
Wait,
the UK.
This is from South Africa.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I have another one. Because I'm not good at this, so I didn't know which one to do. But
by the way, I was correct. It was a woman. Tammy Roman explains her the reason why she wired her mouth shut on the Real World. That's fucking crazy.
I'm sure it didn't work.
Here's the thing: she wasn't obese. She never was. She had body dysmorphia.
I've seen her.
Yeah, she had like serious body dysmorphia.
Mentally ill. Then got it. Mexican caviar. You have any idea what Mexican caviar is?
Isn't that like beans and maggots or some wild shit like that?
It's insect eggs. Yeah. It's fucking insect eggs, man.
That's
farmers,
right?
Farmers harvest these things by placing hand-woven reed nets under the water surface for up to 3 weeks, and then they just fish out a bunch of fucking bug eggs. You eating bug eggs? You eat bugs? You eating Mexican caviar? I feel like this is calling it Mexican caviar is kind of fucked up.
That feels offensive to Mexican folks. Yeah,
it feels offensive to me, but I'm not them people. I don't know what's offensive.
After all they've done, after they earned our respect in Wakanda Forever, this is the best we could do for them. This is it. Nah, man, this is not a thing that I would be into. No,
but you eat like crickets and shit.
Yeah, they're prepared properly at a restaurant.
Well, this is probably prepared properly.
Nah, you said probably. You said probably. You don't know that.
Would you think Mexican people don't know how to cook? Get out of here.
You don't eat tacos, nigga. Shut up.
You eating Mexican caviar on a taco?
What kind of eggs?
Hold on.
What kind of bugs are these? What kind of bugs do these eggs come from?
That's important. That's one. 2, how many tattoos does the dude making it have on his arms? Because if you got mad tattoos, I'm eating it because that shit's gonna be good.
No, something like this in this country would probably be made by some white dude with glasses on.
Does he have a lot of tattoos on his arms? Because then he can make Mexican food too, which is a weird thing, but it's true. Like a white dude with a bunch of tats. It's true.
It's a mix of larvae and pupae and 2 different species of ants. Seems kind of tame. Right?
No.
It's like, I don't.
I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good.
No, I don't need bugs, man. I don't need bugs. I don't care if you put chocolate on them like Jay prefers them, or
like I prefer them.
or put them in a taco or whatever. I ain't eating bugs, man.
I told you I had that bug, that cricket protein powder. That was the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. It was fucking awful. They didn't flavor it or anything. It's fucked up.
What was it? Just grounded up crickets?
Yeah.
Nigga, you had some snakes leftovers. That's what you had.
One could make an argument. It was pretty bad. It was pretty terrible.
You had the hot dog of insect food.
Yeah.
Like just the scraps.
Yeah, they didn't even put it in a nice casing. They didn't do nothing. It's fucked up. It's in a bag. All right, Terrence, you're up.
Gross.
Oh, wow. This is from the New York Post. So a man gets jump rope stuck in bladder after shoving it into his penis.
A jump rope?
Yeah.
How much of it?
That is.
How much? Thing. No. No.
He should have skipped this jump rope. That's not even clever. Like, what the fuck? Like,
this is a New York Post article.
Yeah,
right?
You can do better than that. You can do better than that, Post.
A 79-year-old man managed to get a 90-inch jump rope stuck in his bladder after allegedly shoving the rope into his penis. Doctors wrote in a September study published in Urology Case Reports that the unidentified man inserted the rope through his urethra. However, the handless rope became tangled and stuck in the man's bladder. He was forced to seek medical help, complaining. No, the handleless rope.
Oh, I was about to say, like you can't.
The handle is way too big. You can't do that.
I figure the rope is too fucking big. What kind of rope is this? Like a fishing wire, nigga? Like what kind of jump? I don't know what kind of jump rope this is. It's weird. The man was forced to seek medical help, complaining that he was suffering from a condition called dysuria. You shoved a fucking jump rope up your dick, nigga. Like, of course, a difficulty with urination. Only for doctors to find the rope. Medics unraveled the medical mystery by investigating his bladder, where they found a large object accompanied by acoustic shadows. What does that mean? No. It was then the man admitted that he had what had happened, although he did not explain why he did it, and was transferred to a hospital.
Oh my God.
And X-rays then revealed, they got pictures. That's cute. An X-ray then revealed that this object was a wire-like coiled foreign body. According to doctors, there was no way to remove the rope the way it went in, so they had to perform surgery on the patient. Take a guess where this...
I saw where it's from.
India?
No.
The answer is Japan. Of course.
It's Japan, because no one has sex in Japan. So you shove jump ropes up your urethra for sexual pleasure? Because that's the only reason why you do something like that, right?
No.
I feel like people are so oppressed over there, they shove jump ropes up their urethra to feel anything.
Like here in Russia, probably, because
yeah.
You live in Japan,
Yeah, it makes sense for Russia, right? It don't make sense for Japan.
Yeah, like, go outside, do something cool, man. Come on.
No, it's the whole thing.
I don't get it.
Do Japanese people not feel pain?
I feel like the second you get in, like I feel like your pain level is at 1,000. You're just like and you're just like just keep going. Like, does it numb? Because I don't feel like it would.
I have to imagine that this is like a pro doing this, right? Like this ain't his first this ain't his first double dutch.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, this is unacceptable. Stop shoving. Like, again, I that's a serious question. Do we have any Japanese folks in the Discord that can answer this? Do you feel pain? And I'm not trying to be racist because that's
not Japanese American either. Like
no, I'm talking about like
fresh,
full on.
Yeah, you still there? You connect into a Japanese server to get the Discord.
Like that's insane.
No,
I can't imagine shoving anything.
No,
in my urethra. First of all, and then a 90-inch jump rope seems a little ridiculous to me, but okay. Nah. The whole thing, nigga.
I don't get it.
Or 90 centimeter.
It couldn't be. It couldn't be 1 centimeter. No. I don't
want it near me.
No, that is an exit only part of my body. Thank you very much. Like there's only things coming out of there. Like knock it off.
Yeah, I don't get sounding, guys. Like I don't get sounding.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to sound like I'm judging people too harshly, though I am judging a person who put a jump rope into their body that way. I don't know, man. That just seems dangerous.
First of all, you're gonna get an infection. That's just gonna happen. Unless you sterilize it first, which, you know what, if you're shoving a jump rope in your urethra, I don't think you're thinking too straight, so you probably didn't.
Hold on, let me dip this in vodka first. No, that's not a thing you're doing.
Fuck. Oh, God, what is wrong with these niggas? I don't get it.
Yeah, they're not having sex. They're not having sex. That's what it is. They're just not having sex. My story, mother sparked controversy after having her 9-year-old daughter undergo plastic surgery. The mother has come under fire. You'll be able to, when I tell you what the surgery is, you'll be able to tell where this is. A mother has come under fire for having her 9-year-old undergo double eyelid surgery in order to become more beautiful.
Oh, well, that's Japan.
Yeah, it is. Well, look, it was only two options. It was either going to be this or, making your daughter get a BBL. It's like, all right, so that's Brazil. I got it.
Would it be Brazil? I mean,
it could be here. It could be here.
I was about to say it could be Florida.
Oh my God! Please stop. Please stop getting those.
Or any state, honestly.
Please stop getting those. Between that and extreme waist training, you look like a bunch of Transformers. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Yeah, you do. You look like your legs are gonna fold up. And it just like slide you in a drawer. You look nuts.
You look like you're squeezing the middle part of a balloon.
You look so bad. Don't I look good? No.
What's that Pokemon? You look like Mewtwo? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
With the big fucking leg. Yeah.
Big legs. I saw it was an Asian girl I follow on Instagram for her ideas. And she's very fit. She looks great. And she's got thicker thighs. And she's got like no boobs. And so she was like, yeah, when you got little titties and like big legs and a big ass, you look like Mewtwo. It's like, yeah, it's true. But like, you're not, via surgery, so it doesn't look horrible. Yeah, in Japan, plastic surgery is legal for anyone under the age of 18 as long as they have consent of their parents. So this woman decided that she was going to take her 9-year-old to get this this surgery to technically just make her look more Western, right? I mean, that's really what the idea is. A girl needs double eyelids, she says. I have never seen a girl with monolids who I thought was pretty. Double eyelids are beautiful. Double eyelids are the beauty standard. I say this again and again.
The fuck are double eyelids? I don't even understand what that means.
It's what we have. You know how like a lot of Japanese people, well, all of them, have just a single eyelid, right? Like that's why their eyes look significantly different than us.
There are no folds in their eyes, in their eyelids.
So that's what this surgery is to do, is to make their eyes look more Western. Here's an idea. You're beautiful just the way you came out. Like, just don't do that. Like, that's what makes you unique. The fuck you want to look like everybody else for? You know how many perverts want Asian women? Like, you don't gotta change nothing.
Well, they want them for different reasons, not because of their eyelids.
All sorts of reasons. But I don't. This is a surgery that is wildly unnecessary. I knew a guy who had that done.
9?
Yeah, I knew a guy who had it. Crazy. He wanted to seem more Western. No, thank you.
Did he look more Western? Like, I mean,
no, he looked like a fucking Japanese man with fucking,
like an anime character.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know what he looked like? He looked like an Asian guy, and I didn't notice until someone said something. Because people in the U.S. are like, oh, double eyelids. No one thinks that. No one thinks that. Right, I can promise you, I have never in the history of pornography been like, oh, that girl's got double eyelids. That's a thing I'm into. No one cares. Most of the time, I don't even care what their face looks like. Just their skill. Yeah, nobody cares about this in the West. They just don't. Do people care about this like as a negative against East Asian folks? I mean, I guess like bigots.
Well, but I think it's you know, it's all about it's all like we don't care how dark black women are, but certain black people do, right?
Yeah,
because it's the beauty standards that have been drilled into us that, you know, people who look heroin chic. Remember that was a fucking thing in fashion. People who look like they were
bizarre. It was just.
It still kind of is.
Yeah, people think that like, you know, bony ass like people are like more attractive, and it's just nah, yo. Like, look elsewhere. Look at other shit.
Not for me.
Nah, yo.
I not that I really live by this, but I still think it's funny. You got to be too something to do something.
That's a funny fucking phrase.
It's a funny phrase, but I'm definitely more that you know mind of thinking than hey, I want a woman who looks like a 13-year-old boy. Like, no, I don't know.
Yeah, yo. I don't want foreplay to be like playing a xylophone. You know what I mean? It's fucking weird, man.
Doesn't that girl look good? No, I don't think so. Like, it's not for me, and that doesn't mean they're bad looking. It's just not for me. But look, you know, white dudes discovering it. They're like, oh, turns out an ass is actually kind of nice. Yeah, you don't say. You don't say.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, if you have an attraction to like really skinny, small women, I judge you. I'm sorry, because like
it's weird.
Like you said, they look like children. You know?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Ew. Like, don't do that.
No, like I don't like. Look, I don't.
I mean,
again,
it's unfortunate they might look like that. That sucks. But you know, how does that turn you on? Like, seek help.
I mean, my thing is, I'm not particularly interested in a woman who doesn't have lines in her face. Like,
you know, like smooth faces.
No, I don't, you know, because you ain't been through nothing, you know. Like, I don't, you know, I have no world experience. Like, you
probably don't know you probably don't know what you're doing.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't.
I need somebody with experience. I'm gonna no blank resumes here, man. No blank resumes.
Well, that's like all of those like those manosphere guys. They all I'm so concerned about, you know, like a woman's body count. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, well, why would you want them with the lowest, like with nothing?
You know what it is?
Well, then again, those niggas don't like sex, right? They said themselves like sex is boring to them, so it don't really matter.
No, but you know what I figured out? I was thinking about it today. I know why they want a woman with I don't like the term body count. It's ridiculous to me. But like, I know why they want it low. So they don't have a lot to compare it to. Because these niggas can't fuck. so that way they can't compare it to anything.
Makes sense. It's like, oh nigga, you trash, but they don't know.
They don't know.
Right, you're right. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You never slept with nobody? Oh, that's good for me. Like, great. This is all you need to know about. Yeah. No, like
about to give you these 25 strokes. That's the average.
25.
They're like, really? Really?
Nah,
that's unfortunate.
I mean, that's like 6. How many? I don't know. I don't know how long that would be, but yeah,
not long. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's weird. Like, oh, I want to marry a virgin. Why? Virgin sex is trash.
I've had sex with a virgin once, and I was a virgin. Too. It was not.
It's not great.
No, we know what the fuck we were doing.
You just throwing your bony bodies up against each other, like, just hoping something works out. Like, nah, no. In the words of Jay-Z, I want a wife who fucks me like a prostitute. Like, you know, it's like, yeah. And he's talking about Beyonce. So there you go. Yeah. Don't get don't force your kids to get plastic surgery at 9 years old. That's ridiculous. Don't do that.
Because you're paying for it. First of all,
right. The woman said that
kid want it. Like the fuck. At 9.
Yeah, it's fucking. Well, you just convince your kids of that stupid shit. The woman said that ever since she herself was a little girl, she knew that monolids were considered ugly. No, they're not. Every time she and her sister walked through the neighborhood, her siblings always received compliments on her big, beautiful eyes, while she simply was ignored because of her monolids. She underwent double eyelid surgery when she was 18, but the childhood memory stuck with her, and she wanted to give her daughter an early advantage. She paid $2,850 for her young daughter's surgery, which required getting surgical cuts on the creases of the eyelids and trimming the sagging skin. It was supposed to take only around 20 minutes, but due to complications, the 9-year-old ended up spending 2 hours on the operating table. Cool. Good. I'm glad you subjected your daughter to that.
Good job.
Fucking idiot. Wow. The Japanese mother added that she wants her daughter to also have a nose job at some point, and if she ever becomes insecure about her chest size, she would encourage her to undergo breast augmentation as well. Cool. Mother of the fucking year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You know, fuck that kid up, man.
You already have. I don't know, man. Like that this story went from weird to fucking pissing me off. Like really quickly. What the fuck is your problem? Yeah, don't do that to your kids. You want to cut your own head off and get a new one? You do that to yourself. You're an adult. Do it to kids. It's fucked up. Also, like, I wanted to get rhinoplasty. She's 9. What's wrong with her nose? Her nose isn't even like looks like it will when she. Yeah, like she still has like a fucking cartoon nose. Like what the fuck are you talking about? She's 9. People are so fucking sick. All right. Any other thoughts before we get out of here?
No, thank you for accommodating me.
Never again.
And I'm not going to be here next week. So there you go. Enjoy.
Good.
I'll be in fucking
what is next
Florida.
week? Next week is fucking Thanksgiving anyway, right?
Yeah. We might actually be off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nigga, I'm eating turkey. Get the fuck out of here. We're not going to next week. Fuck off. Be in a food coma. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right. That's it for us. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.